always say to myself, not another lock video, because there's dozens and dozens of them on YouTube, and some give good advice and some just really horrible advice. So this is, yeah, well, it is another lock video, but I do want to share um, some of the good tips that I've learned. I've been locking my hair, I would say it would be almost 19 years, which is extremely hard to believe since my hair is not as long as people anticipated to be for the 19 years. I've cut my hair, I think, on average, every 2 to 3 years since I've had my locks, whether it was a style, whether it was just trimming the edges, whether it was just, yeah, just adding little stuff to my hair. But for for the most part, they're pretty healthy. They're not as long as they're not as thick as they used to be. They used to be extremely thick. So I'm in the process of just nurturing my hair and getting it back to the healthiest state. You see me moving around because my cat, she is like constantly nibbling at my toes. But yeah, I'm in the process of getting it back to its healthiest state, to a healthier state. Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. But I do want to share some information on basic hair care. I see a lot of people, and I'm glad to see a lot of young people adapting the cultural phenomena of natural hair. Well, who are we without, you know, our identity, right? And our identity is mostly locked in our um, cultural beings, cultural habits. It exemplifies who we are. But it's this thing about locks where people are just feel like they have to palm roll or twist their hair, every 2 to 3 weeks, even a month. That is just too much. Um, I've never seen the need to palm roll or twist my hair every 2 to 3 weeks or even a month, but just to keep the scalp healthy. So I guess that would be the first thing I would have to say is that you don't need to palm roll or twist your hair every 2 to 3 weeks or even a month. Let your hair grow out, okay? Um, Secondly, because in the process, I've seen a lot of people with thinning locks, um, alopecia, locks just falling out, um, hair just being pulled up by the edges. And when your hair is natural, when it's in its natural state and you're not adding chemicals to it, it should be at its healthiest. And unfortunately, some people with locks, I'm not seeing that, and that just lets me believe everybody want to say it's diet, but it's also what you're putting in your hair and what you're putting on your scalp. um, so yeah, just stop the retwisting. The second thing will be the added chemicals. Now, since day one, I have never added brown gel to my hair while I'm locking. I've never saw the need for it. Actually, I didn't add it to my hair um, when I wasn't locking. Brown gel is horrible for your hair. I don't know who invented it, who created the brown gel, but real locticians know that we do not use brown gel to lock the hair. That's a no-no. If anyone ever comes to you and say, well, I use brown gel, and if they're not saying natural things like aloe vera, um, tea tree oils, and I'm talking about the 100% organic tea tree oil. I'm talking about the actual tea tree oil, or rosemary water. Please don't let them get in your hair. You're just better off using regular shampoo with no paraffin wax in it. I mean, if someone's going to damage your hair, let it be you. Don't let anybody else bamboozle you or hoodwinking you into feeling that, they're the expert over you. So secondly, no harsh chemicals that on your scalp. You don't need that to lock your hair. And the third thing I do want to share is that the nature of locks is that the keyword lock. Your hair is going to lock um, when you stop combing it, stop disrupting it, stop palm rolling it. You can train your hair to a certain to shift in certain. I guess if you want them a little bit more organized. However, the nature of locks is just letting your hair being in its natural state and allowing it to lock. Um, and so it depends on the texture of your hair, because I think I always tell people I have like 4 different textures. Depending on the texture of your hair, some spots, some areas in your hair will take longer to lock. The top of my hair took a lot longer than the back of my hair to lock, and in the middle of my hair, although it's locked, it's the loosest, it's the softest. It's also very dry. So and I'm very conscious of that. So you have to know your hair. Don't anticipate your hair locking in 2 weeks. Some people may, like, if you stop combing it, it depends on the curliness of your hair. It would definitely lock up a lot quicker. But just allow nature to take its course, and they always say, enjoy the journey. Um, Patience. You have to be patient in order to endure locking your hair, because this is not a one-stop shop. And although people are adding extensions to their hair, because some people just love to have the longer mane, even in that process, it is a journey of embracing who you want to be in your identity. So remember, this is not a lock video. I just want to share this because I've been watching a lot of these YouTube videos on lock hair care, and it's like very informative, scary, ridiculous, and I'm in awe with the different advice a lot of people are giving. That's what I got to say. I mean, you can take this advice or you can leave it. It's probably the same thing that you've been hearing over and over again, but the basis is love you, um, enjoy the journey, and know your hair. And if you know your hair and you know yourself, one in anticipating to look like somebody else or have their different lock pattern, it would never happen. I'm just saying. I mean, it would. No 2 locks are alike. No 2 locks are alike on my scalp, and that was something that I had to understand. So, have a good day, and I hope this was helpful to somebody. Peace.